Yo, 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 hey, what's guys? What's up, man? What's poppin'? What's hip hoppin'? And what's not stopping, guys? 55Cyanides up in the house. Yeah, I'm gonna do something a little bit different here. No music, no dancing for today. I'm kind of busy. Ooh, look at this, huh? Look at that. My knees. I've been busy with my knee exercises. But today, this whole week, you're gonna see basically a recovery of my vlog. So this is going to be short, kind of boring, but yeah, let's just get right to it. So last time I talked about I had my MRI film. I got that all taken care of. I got sucked into the little worm machiney thing, the little, this would be better, the noise of for about like 30 minutes, right? So you're going to get the MRI film processed to my doctor, and they're going to call me to get a, schedule, see what's up. So, anyway, at this point in time, this is like mid-February, second week of February, basically, and I'm thinking to myself, hey, I'm back to normal. I'm walking, I'm jogging. Well, I don't jog, but I got a little hop to my step. I don't have to worry about bus rides or making sure my knee. Everything was cool. So going to one class still, Japanese class, Nihongo. Yes, great. Loving that class. I'm passing it. So anyway, what happens is that me and one of my closest friends in Japanese class, I'm gonna call him Wilson Dog, right? So Wilson Dog comes up to me, and he's part of the AAA, Asian American Association, right? Students, you know what that is. Because up in Purdue, there's a lot of international students. I think we're number 1 or number 2 in terms of how many international students we have on campus, right? So he's part of AAA, and he's the chairman of sports, right? And he's like, Noel, I was wondering, you want to go bowling with us and a couple of the people from AAA? We have some sort of thing going on. And when I heard bowling, this basically happened when I heard the word bowling. Oh, you can't see the light bulb, but whatever. I love bowling. I got 3 bowling balls. I got my own bowling shoes, and it's tons of fun. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, I'll do it. When's bowling? Oh, it's gonna be tonight around 8 o'clock, 9. I'm like, cool. Just call me when you get there, right? Oh, by the way, he's younger than me. He's a freshman, so it's pretty cool that he's inviting me to all this stuff, right? So anyway, class ended for me at 3:30, so I had about 4.5 hours to spend. So what do? Go to the gym, couple of reps, couple of bench presses, couple of curls, can't do anything much about the leg, but I just try to do light weights, make sure my knees, my legs, the other muscle is strong, because reading articles, I heard that if you don't get the surgery, or if you opt to not get surgery for your knee, what people would do to compensate is make the other muscles in your leg stronger, so your knee won't have to fill all the slack, right? So, I've been working on that. So anyway, 7:30, he called me up, and he's like, oh yeah, I just meet us outside, right? So I met him, and I was meeting with, and he was with a couple other friends who were driving him there, who were other members of the AA, right? So I was like, okay, cool. And I'm looking all hardcore. I brought that bag. I brought my duffel bag with me, with a couple bowling balls in it, and my bowling shoes, and I got my money. I got my hair all, like that, is it? Hold up, like that, Super Saiyan style, and I was like ready to go, right? Get there. There were so many people from AAA over there. There's only like 5 people in the SUV. Get there were like maybe 14, 15 other more. Good ratio, I say. There are any 25 people, half and half, boys and girls, right? But F girls. I wanted to bowl. I wanted to, knock the fucking, knock the effing people, knock them down with my bowling skills, right? So anyway, it was a pretty good deal. It was like, $5 for all night bowling for 3 hours or something. So that was cool. Get there, and since they were so full, like one win would be like 5 people each, right? So it was me, Wilson Dog, who was with me, and then there was another kid who was same grade, same major, same building that we lived in. His name was, we just call him Raimundo, right? Of course, Raimundo, he's not Filipino, but let's call him Raimundo. I'm trying to, not get sued here. So anyway, all in all, we only played about 2-3 games, right? So many people. First game, usually there's this stupid rule that the first game never counts. No, I don't care. You bowl with it. You can't say, well, the first game of the World Series doesn't really count. That's the one of F that, okay? So anyway, first game I got like a 160, 170, right? So it's pretty cool. Then, second game, people started to warm up, and this is, if things couldn't have gotten any worse. So I'm up there, I'm bowling, I got my lines, I got my sights on the target, right? I got the ball in my hand, 14-pound ball. I'm like, I'm gonna get this effing strike, right? So I walked up, and sometimes people, depending on the bowling alley, they could either wax it too much or not enough wax. So come up there slowly, got my line up, curve the ball, and this is where I almost slipped, right? Now pay attention to my leg. So what's the most natural instinct you do from slipping? You brace your knee, and I did one of these moves right here, right? Next thing you know, I didn't hear it, but I felt something in my knee pop out to the right. And you can hear me scream, Jesus Christ. Well, Jesus Christo, right? And I'm like, I did not just do this again. But of course, since the first time I did it, it was painful. The second one was more like not as much pain as the first time. But immediately I was like, I wobbled, and I'm like, oh crap! It swelled up a lot again. And they were like, oh geez, what happened? I was like, oh nothing. I just tore it. I just tore it again, or more like I tore it even more. I'm like, oh geez. So what does any person would do? I'm sorry, let me restate the question. What would a badass like me would do? I continue bowling, baby. I just go slowly, bowled a 150, 160, man. And I played one more game like that. It was, it was fun actually to play limping. Like I was like, basically I was like, it looks like I was hustling people. Just looks like I can't bowl. And you see that beautiful strike. So anyway. It was a fun night. I met a lot of cool people. I bonded with one of my classmates who I always get him in trouble in Japanese class. I'll tell that in another story. So anyway, I come back to the room, and look what happens. Two of my closest friends come back, even though I threw them in the gutter. Mrs. Brace. Well, actually, one. I didn't fuck crutches. I don't need them anymore. So. Basically, the first thing I did when I went back home, back to my room, is I put on the crutches, iced it up, and elevated it. And the next day, I get a call from the doctor's office, the secretary, saying that, oh yeah, we got your MRI. So I'm like, geez, that's quick. That was quick. It's like, yeah, we're gonna schedule an appointment 2 weeks from now. I'm like, okay, great. So I'm thinking to myself, what the hell is gonna happen to me if and when I tell them that I messed up my knee again, right? So what was the 2 weeks? So what was I was doing for the next 2 weeks during that time? Basically the same thing, just walking on it, making just making sure that my knee's iced up. Funny thing is that it took me only 5 days to get this back to normal. Actually, it just was really swollen and it just needed to move a lot. So anyway, 2 weeks come by. Call the doctors, call the cab, spent another $20 there, get there. I waited, do my little thing, and I go to the doctor's office, right? Then I come up to the doctor, and he's like, so, do the little doctor talk. So how's your day? How's it going? Great, how's the knee feeling? That's good. I didn't tell him I messed up. I was like, screw that, he'll find out for himself. He's like, and he did a couple tests, like, hey, let me see you walk, and I'm walking fine. And then he's like, okay, we got results here. He's like, okay, and I was like, okay, just looked at him, take a deep breath, and he's like, well, I'll tell you what happened in the next episode, guys, alright? Yeah, like I said, this is very bland today, very busy, but tomorrow, this whole week will be definitely, makeup. Alright, I promise you that, guys.